Lesson 4 is a related database. In the previous lesson, I showed you how to create a simple database for your estate agent contacts. And as you can see here, I've created a similar one for properties. So this is just a list of all the properties that we're currently interested in potentially selling on to other people. But of course, a property is connected to an estate agent, and we want to then go and connect these two databases together. And that's where Notion becomes really, really powerful. So what I'm going to do is in our property list, I'm going to add a new property. And I'm going to call this one is going to be a relation. So if you just type in relation and return, it's then going to ask us, well, what do you want to connect it to? So here you can see we can either connect it to itself or you can connect it to our estate agent contacts database. So if I just click on that one, then we can go and set a couple of properties. So what do we want to call it in here? So we'll just call it estate agent contacts. That's fine. Do we want to limit it? Now a property could be listed with multiple agents, so we don't want to limit that. Do we want to show it on the estate agent contacts? Yes, because then we can see this going in both directions. So I'm going to click this toggle. And then what do we want to call it on the other database? So I'm just going to call it property. Then let's go and click add relation. Fantastic. And we can now see that we've got here an additional column. So now I'm going to add some test data in. Great. So we've now got 3 example houses. And let me just go and add in their asking prices as well. Brilliant. So let me show you how this works with the estate agent. So if we go back to the estate agent page, so back to the top, then we've got our agents here. And let me also go and add in some example estate agents. Fantastic. And you'll see that the relation that we created earlier is now here on the right hand side. So let's just say, for example, that estate agent A, B and C, that's actually the agent for 2 properties. If I click here into property, it then goes and pulls through from the other database, our property list database, all of the data. So let's say that estate agent A, B and C are looking after 3 Church Street and 10 Mill Road. All I need to do is click on them, and you can then see that they're now listed as part of agent A, B and C. Now if I go and open one of these, so if I go and open 10 Mill Road, you can also see that the estate agent here is now listed. So these are both connected together. If I click out, let's go back to our property list. So here, properties, and you can see that estate agent A, B and C is now also listed in the reverse for those 2 properties. And this is where Notion becomes incredibly powerful because you can link all of these different bits of data together. Now let me take this one step further with something called a roll-up. So let's say that when we looked at a property, we also want to see what is the phone number of these agents. So if I click here on plus, now I want to go and click roll-up, and let's select that type. This is going to be the relation from estate agent contacts because that's the only option. Now the property that we want to pull through is not the name of the estate agent again, because that's just duplication. So let's just say we want to pull through their phone number. So if I click on here, the phone number, it's not going to do any calculation. We don't need to do any of that. We just want to show the original. So now you can see that within the property list, we can select the estate agent and then it's pulling through their phone number. And if I just quickly go and rename this, we can just put phone number, and I can even click the symbol here, and let's just select phone and click on that icon. Great. So this, you can't actually click on it, you can't change it because it's from that other database, but you could quickly review it if you wanted to go and phone this estate agent about this specific property. So that's a couple of quick examples of the power of relations, and there's loads to cover with that, but it would be a bit too much for this video. But do check out the Notion help articles if you do want to know more. I'll drop a link down into the description below. So that's the end of lesson 4. Our final lesson is going to be then using the power of Notion with other people. So click the link here to go and find out how to share your workspace with your colleagues and other contacts.